first met, it was a 7-stake activity at the Kasota Corn Maze. It was a water park activity. I was standing there with my buddies, and Janna walked by. She was wearing a yellow shirt, and all my buddies are just kind of following her, looking at her. And one of my buddies said, "Wow, who is that?" And I said, "Dibs." And then, and then went over there, talked to her, didn't say much, got her number. What else you got? And it took me a while to text her. I was kind of scared, but
you got it spot on, so I guess you had an idea of who he was. I was with my friend who knew who he was, and so I kind of thought he was a little weird. But I was about to leave for college, so I wasn't like interested in anyone. I wasn't looking for anything, so I'm like, yeah, whatever, this isn't gonna go anywhere. Yeah, he proved me wrong.
Yeah, the first time I asked her out was through a text message. I was too scared to ask her to her face or call her. And so I texted her and said we should hang out. I actually did call you. I texted you and said, "Hey, would you want to go on a date?" And then you said yeah, so I called you.
Yeah, but it took you a while to do that. I just kind of thought to myself it was about time because we had been talking for a little while, and I'm like, finally he got up the nerve. So our first date was in August. It was during Fair Week, and we went to the rodeo. Talked that much. We just kind of, I don't know, enjoyed each other's company, but didn't like say anything. Like, I guess we kind of got to know each other, but not on a level that would be like, hey, let's hang out again.
Just kind of awkward. I don't know.
But yeah, that was. We drove back to my house after the rodeo and just sat there in my driveway. I guess we did have a long conversation then, but it was just casual. I guess the part that I liked about how we started out was we just became friends. It wasn't like we weren't really looking for anything, and so we just wanted to hang out and, you know, get to know each other.
First time I knew, like, I started kind of liking her was our second date. We went to the Lookout on Pomerelle, and we just drove there. We went and got a drink at the gas station, Albion. I got a Diet Pepsi, and she got a Sobe.
Something like that.
And then we drove to the top of the mountain. I remember these being super smoky, and it was a beautiful sunset, and then it started to rain and blow, and so we just sat in the truck and talked forever.
We laughed a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, that was kind of when we first started getting comfortable around each other. I guess really, that's when I started to like her a lot.
I remember that same date we were driving down and we were talking about how we've always wanted a relationship where it started out as friends and then built its way. We had that before, so I'm like, well, it's not going to happen with him because, you know, we're not going to happen. We hung out about every day for the next month before I left for school. And we just, I think it was the night of our first kiss that I actually got some kind of spark from him. Our first kiss, how did it go? We went to dinner with my parents that night. It was for my brother's birthday. And we went to Maury's, and I just remember when I saw him and he got out of the car, I was just like, oh yay, like you're here. I missed you that day or something. We sat by each other and just ate dinner and talked. And then we went back to his house and watched Coco. And when that was over, he took me home, and my mom has these hanging baskets on her front porch, and the flowers that she has looks kind of like the flowers they have in that movie. So I pointed that out, like I didn't know what else to do, and like we were just standing there really awkwardly. And then he just like kissed me.
I wasn't planning on it. Usually you plan those things, like you think about it. And I don't know, I kissed her out of the blue, and I was really scared, and so I kind of left her porch pretty fast. Some kind of sparks, fireworks.
It was very sweet and simple, and yeah, I liked it. I went to school, I don't know, we hadn't really defined anything. We just kind of figured I'd go to school and figure out where my life was going to go. When I was leaving for school, I kind of thought that I wasn't going to get an education. I was going to figure some things out for myself. When I went up there, that was when I realized, or when we realized that it wasn't really a very distinct answer. It was more of a, it took a little time to develop something where we were comfortable talking about the possibilities and just realizing that there was actually something there that could last.
I was really nervous when she left for school. I actually wrote her a letter. I wrote her a letter, just kind of told her how I felt, and I think in the letter I told her she needed to go date and have fun, but in the back of my mind I was like, please don't go date, because I'm still here and I really like you. And so I wrote this cheesy letter and then gave it to her, and she left, and I cried the whole way home. And then next week, was it next week or a couple weeks later?
Yeah, something like that.
I drove up to Rexburg and saw her, and then we kind of knew.
Yeah.
So.
The day that he proposed, it had been 2 weeks since we talked about getting married, and we had planned a bunch of stuff, but we weren't sure when it was going to happen.
Engagement.
Yeah.
Have a ring.
And I thought I could tell if he had the ring or not, because he kept saying he didn't. But I'm like, I'm going to be able to tell, because he, in his voice, he can tell when he's hiding something, when he's nervous. And we would talk on the phone every single night, and I could not get a hint out of him. He just kept saying he didn't have the ring, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not gonna happen this weekend. So I was a little bummed.
Yeah.
I got my nails done anyway with my friends, so I was prepared for anything. And then the day that he came up, we were, I don't know if we were doing anything, if we had anything special planned. We wanted to go someplace nice. And Rexburg doesn't have anything if you don't like fast food. So we went to Idaho Falls, and we went to Famous Dave's and got the most amazing food we will ever have in our life. And the whole time we had been together that night, he didn't seem nervous at all. And so I just kind of thought that it wasn't gonna happen still. And then we got done eating dinner and decided to go back to Rexburg and go to the temple, which was the same place that we had talked about getting. We went there and we sat in his truck for a little bit. He's like, we're gonna wait here for a while. And it was dark, it was cold, it's Rexburg, it's always cold. We were just waiting there, and I'm like, well, if you're waiting for it to warm up, it's not gonna happen.
So the reason I was waiting was because her friend was supposed to meet us there and have pictures. She was supposed to be set up to take pictures. And so there was lack of communication somewhere, and her friend was at the Idaho Falls temple, not the Rexburg temple. So I was trying to figure out where she was at, and then she told me she's in Idaho Falls, and I just said, forget it. And so
yeah, then we finally got out.
We walked around the temple, went to the back, and
yeah, he's like, we'll walk around, and then we'll walk around again. I'm like, okay, you're making no sense right now. On his phone all night. I'm like, get off your phone and pay attention to me. And we were facing the temple, right in the middle, the center of the temple. And I was starting to walk away, and he's like, no, come back. And I'm like, okay, we're just gonna stand here for a little longer, because that's what you do, I guess. And he told me that he loved me, and then went down and proposed.
Well, originally we had kind of planned, because we knew we both wanted to live here and have a job here. I was going to school online, but she was still in Rexburg, and so we didn't know what the heck we were gonna do. Just wait until the end of the school year, until she moved back and get married. Her credits wouldn't transfer from BYUI to CSI for the program that she wanted, so she ended up moving back 2 months earlier.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. She moved back. It kind of wasn't fun driving to Rexburg to have to see her not have to see her, get to see her. Get to see her, but so I was pretty glad when she moved back.
We, as far as life planning goes, we didn't really know when we wanted, like when we talked about getting married, he was thinking or get engaged in December and get married February, March, somewhere around there. No, like get married December, November, around there, get engaged like right after we talked about it and decided with me, so that's good. And we were originally going to get married in January just because of how everything would pan out. And then decided we didn't want to wait, so we got married in December. And we...
So much for March.
We just decided to live here and just go to figure out what to do for school here, work, and yeah, just start our lives here.
Start your lives.